What is a hero? So, bro, when I was a little kid, right, I was just obsessed with superheroes, like Batman and Spider-Man and Superman. Superman was like my favorite hero of all time, right, when I was a kid. But I was just obsessed, I used to always watch like the cartoon and the TV shows and the movies and every single superhero Marvel and DC movie. I would always, watch it with my parents. Any like new TV show, I would always watch it when it came out. Any like comic book, I would always buy it. I was just obsessed with superheroes. But I always wondered, what separated those superheroes that I was just obsessed with and I just really, really wanted to be like, from everyone else. And I kept thinking about that question, even when I got into self-improvement, right? I started thinking about that question. And I think I found the answer. I think I found what actually makes a hero. What is a hero, in my opinion? And I heard this from Chris Williamson the other day. And I think this is it. He said, heroes and villains always have the same backstory, pain. But the villain says, the world hurt me, I will hurt it back. But the hero says, the world hurt me, I will not let it hurt anyone else. And I think that's the core of being a superhero, a real life superhero, is saying, the world hurt me, I won't let it hurt anyone else. I went through pain, but I will protect everyone else from that pain. That is what makes a true hero. That's what not only makes a true hero, but what makes a strong man. Hard times create strong men create good times. And if you think about it, like always, like for example, Joker and the Batman, right? Joker, he had a very rough, childhood. If you see like the movie, like the Joker, he, like everyone made fun of him. He got beat up, right? And he used to always laugh. But he said, the world hurt me, I will hurt it back. And he became the Joker. But you look at Batman, he went through hard times as much as Joker, if not even harder. He lost his parents, right? And I know these are fictional characters, but just for this example, right? He lost his parents when he was a little boy. But he said, the world hurt me, I will not let it hurt anyone else. And he became the hero of Gotham. He protects Gotham City from any evil. Because if you think about any of your favorite superheroes as a kid, they all had this. Like Spider-Man was bullied in high school. But he said, the world hurt me, I will not let it hurt anyone else. For example, Superman, he was literally born on a different planet. And he's on this new planet which is called Earth. But he said, the world hurt me, I will not let it hurt anyone else. But the thing is, and honestly the sad thing is, most people are villains. Unfortunately, most people are villains. And I see this all the time, man, in school. A kid gets bullied, right? Maybe they take his food, they beat him up, he gets bullied, right? Bullying sucks. I know bullying, it absolutely sucks, right? But he gets bullied, and then, he has some friends, he gets some courage, he gets some confidence in himself, he stops getting bullied. And it's over, right? He's now well known in school. He now has a lot of friends, right? He's good now. He's pretty good. But when a new kid comes, he bullies that kid because he was bullied as a kid. And the thing is, most people are villains because that's the easy path. It's so easy to say, oh, I went through some very hard times, so they as well have to suffer. They as well have to go through those hard times. But why? Why those innocent people who haven't done any bad for you are gonna go through the hard times because you went through hard times? Instead of being a strong man, instead of being a responsible man and saying, you know what, this happened to me, I'm gonna accept it, but I'm not gonna let it hurt anyone else. No, unfortunately, most people are villains. It's so easy to be a villain. It's so easy. But it takes courage and guts and just, it takes so much strength of you to say, you know what, the world hurt me, I went through pain, maybe I was bullied as a kid, maybe I was beat up as a child, maybe my parents used to beat me up, maybe I was abused as a child, maybe I went through so much pain, but I will not hurt anyone else. I won't let anyone go through that. And that's what makes a true hero. Bro, I was bullied like heavily as a kid. Like I remember when I was like the new kid in school, bro, I would come back every single day to my mom. Like my mom would literally wait for me at like the school gate, crying, like tears coming down, like crying like very, very heavily in fear, because I would just get so bullied every single day, and like hard bullying, man. Now, and this is all thanks to my mom. Like my mom is really like a real life superhero, honestly. She's what taught me this. Like I would go to my mom and I'm like, you know, there's this new kid who's at school and, you know, everyone's making fun of him, everyone's bullying him because he's like this new kid, right? And my mom will be like, be that kid's friend, be his friend, give him a piece of your sandwich, I'll make you more sandwiches, give him a part of your sandwich, right? Share what you have with that kid. And that's what I did. And the feeling you get when you do that, it's something I can't even explain, man. It's such a fulfilling feeling knowing that you went through very, very hard times, you went through very, very painful times, but you're protecting everyone else from those times. You're creating good times for other people, even though you went through hard times. It's such a feeling, I can't even explain it, man. But that's what makes a real life superhero. The world hurt me, I will not let it hurt anyone else. You know, like that's how my mom raised me, like Orthodox Christian values, right? Love everyone as you love yourself. You know, those values, right? And the thing is, like, this is not to say like I'm the best or anything. I'm literally nothing. I'm still in the very, very beginning of my journey. But like when I see a new kid and I see him like he's shy and he's like very awkward, he stutters when he speaks, he's like, he's a new kid, he doesn't know anyone, he doesn't really have any friends. I see myself in that kid. I see like younger Kevin in that kid. Because I was that kid. I was that shy kid who everyone made fun of. I was that, you know, awkward kid, that weak kid who got beat up, right? That kid who, you know, they would always pick on me and they would always mock me and they would always, you know, beat me up for no reason. And, you know, I remember they would always, those bullies, right, they would always like take my lunchbox and just break it into pieces for no reason. For no reason, but I guarantee you, those kids, either one, they were bullied heavily as kids, or the second thing, maybe their dad beats them up or their parents beat them up. I guarantee you, man. And that's another thing, like, we have this, you know, generational cycle, right? Like Middle Eastern and Asian kids will understand. You know, you have this boy who gets beat with everything, with the belt, right, with the coat hanger, with the broomstick. He gets beat up with everything, right? If you're Middle Eastern or you're Asian, you'll understand what I'm talking about, right? But that kid, he grows up and he gets married, and he has children, and he beats them up, and he beats his wife. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna be blunt. If you do that, you are a weak man. You're a weak man if you do that, because you don't have the guts or the responsibility of saying, that happened to me personally, that happened to me, it's over, I will just accept it, I won't harm innocent people who have nothing to do with what happened to me. The thing is, we're living in this generational cycle where someone goes through hard times and he says, I'm gonna give those hard times to other people who are innocent, who haven't done anything to you, but yeah, just because I went through hard times, so people have to go through hard times as well. You're such a weak man if you say that. And the thing is, bro, like, so many people are like that. So many people. A strong man, a masculine man, a real hero says, you know what, man? I went through some really traumatizing, hard things in my life. You know what, man? My dad used to beat the hell out of me. You know what, man? I used to see my mother used to get beat up. But I promise on my damn grave, I will not do that to my children or my wife. I will never do that. The world hurt me, I won't allow it to hurt anyone else. And the thing is, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, like, me and my brother, we used to get beat up when we were kids. Like, I was raised with like Middle Eastern parents, so we used to get beat the hell up. If you did anything wrong, you just got beat up, right? I went through some messed up things in my childhood that I won't really get into in this video, but I guarantee you, and I swear on my grave, I will never do that to my children or my wife, ever, ever. Because I know how it feels, man. I know how it feels to cry hard because you got beat up, to be depressed because you can't express yourself, to be so sad and anxious, to live in fear, to live in like a fearful household, right? A shaken household. I know how it feels, but I won't do that to my children or my wife ever, man. Ever. I know exactly how that feels, and I don't want anyone to go through that ever, man. So yeah, that's really what makes up a real life superhero. Is you go through hard times, but you create good times. The world hurt you, you don't let it hurt anyone else. You went through the worst pain ever, but you don't allow that pain to go to anyone else. You accept that happened to you. I accept that all of the messed up, painful, traumatizing things that happened in my childhood, I accept them all, but I won't allow them to happen to anyone in the future. That's a real man. And that's what I'm trying to be, man. And I'm still working on this, and I've journaled about this a lot. I've journaled about this like so many times, man. But yeah, that's what makes a true hero. And bro, like, I love my parents to death. I love my parents more than anyone. I love my parents so much. And I know, like, they went through the same thing. I know they were beat up when they were little children. I know that their parents went through the same thing, and their parents' parents went through the same thing. And we're going through this generational cycle of inflicting pain. Like, in my family and in your family and in every family, there's this cycle, right? Where someone goes through something hard or something painful or something traumatizing, and they inflicted on their children and their wives. And those children grow up and they inflicted on their children and their wives, until one man, but one damn iron of a man, one damn like strong man, one hero comes up and he says, you know what? I won't allow that to happen to any one of the future generations. I will break this curse. I will break this generational cycle of pain. That takes guts, man. That takes courage to do that. And if you do that, you are a true hero. You are a real life superhero. And that's what I think. So yeah, what is a hero? A hero is someone who says, the world hurt me, I will not allow it to hurt anyone else. And as always, we're in this together, and we will make it.